Welcome to the Seventh Dispensation Podcast. Today we're going to be finishing up reading from the Holy Book, the Alpha Quran, and we're going to be talking about the subject, freedom from a cage of ignorance. Freedom from a cage of ignorance. Now, before we begin, I just want to touch up on a few things, right? I want to say that we never understood how the world failed, why the world failed, and how to get out of this condition. The people who are of this system, that means if you are part of this world here, the world where the prophets and the world where the messengers of God have come, and they was telling us about a new world that was supposed to be founded by the Christ figure, by the Khalifa, and set up as the kingdom of God, something that was supposed to come in the future. Then that means that they were talking about a whole different system. So that means if you was here, your system, then you are a part of this world, and this world belongs to Satan. This is part of Satan's evil system. You are part of this world. So we talk about the coming of God's kingdom, the coming of a new world order. Something new that's coming to replace this world, the things that are here in this world. So let's get into this book. This is the message to the universe. All right, now this says this, right? Ignorance is to be unaware or uninformed. It is the absence of knowledge. We have been deprived of the knowledge of God and self, which has denied us of the ability to rule and to unite in peace. Now let's stop right there, right? Can any of you see the world? Like, are you blind or can you see what's going on in the world? We are not united in a world of peace, in this world. That's why the kingdom of God is called a universal government of peace. That's why it's called that. Because this is where we are to be united. This is where we are to be united. Now let's get back into this book. Caucasians wrote the books we read. That is their knowledge. The images that are projected in movies and on the radio are teaching you to think and act like who? Like who? Who are the directors? Who are they teaching you to think and act like? Whose education are you getting in school? Like, whose education are you getting in school? Because the education is teaching you to think and act like somebody, the author of it. On the beat, nigga. All right, so now look, let's get back into this book. This is the message for the universe, for all the chosen ones. Now look, let's check this out. Now it says this, right? Who gave you your interpretation of the scriptures? Who gave you your interpretation? We're talking about the church now. Who gave you your interpretation of the scriptures? In college, we study Greek philosophy. We study Roman philosophy and European theology. This is where the knowledge is coming from. But we are the descendants of the true authors of knowledge. So now let's look at this, right? If I go all around the world, exodus, this is what they call it, an exodus. So say I go on the exodus and I go into these different countries and I'm seeing people here, already here. But I'm claiming that, oh, I'm discovering this country. I don't care if you here already or not, I discovered it. And I kill them. I steal their knowledge. I take it back to Europe. Do you know what the word translation means? Who knows what translation means? Translate means that whatever you have that you are reading is written in a different language. And you have to translate it into your language so that people can understand it. So when they said we making this Bible, this is a translation. You gotta remember, all throughout history, they never ever denied that the Bible was a translation. They say this Bible is a translation. But see, we were never educated as to what the word translate means. What does translation mean? You say the Bible is a translation. What do translation mean? So now we understand that translation means that the knowledge, the information in this Bible was written in a different language. And we changed it to English. We translated it to English. That's what that means. So that means that whatever you translated was the original, and written by somebody who spoke a totally different language than you. That's why you translate it into your language. So when you say, well, who wrote it? Where did they get it from? Say, well, they stole some of it from Africa. So that means that the original text was written by African people. They stole some of it from Mexico. That means that the original text was written by Mexicans. The Aztecs and the Olmecs, not the Mexicans you see today, these Mexicans. The Aztecs and the Olmecs, the original Mexican people. That's who they stole it from. That's who wrote it. Then you say, well, they stole some from America. They stole it from the Indians who were here. That's where they stole it from. They stole it from South America. They stole it from the Caribbean islands. So these are different languages that were spoken by different people. The people who look like me and you. That's who wrote it. So they steal it and murder our ancestors. They killed it so that they couldn't tell nobody that, hey man, that stuff they stole from us and they changed what it said. It don't say that. It said this. See, that's why they killed it. So that when they made their Bible and they start teaching all these fake and false stories, making up all these lies about God, they made it where could nobody say, man, hold on, that's our knowledge. It don't say that, man. They twisting it up. See, that's why they killed it. They made sure that could nobody let you know that they twisted it up. That's what translation means. We took something from somebody else in a whole different language, and we wrote it in our language and made it say what we wanted it to say. That's what translation means. So they never denied the stuff that they did. They just knew that you were uneducated and had no idea what they were talking about. That's why God sent this book, the Alpha Quran, a divine revelation, to expose the hidden meaning, the allegorical stuff that the Greeks and the Romans and the English made up. So now let's get back into this, right? Let's get back into this. Caucasian knowledge has made us carnal-minded